Every single day, I meet entrepreneurs who are completely broke. Like today, I spoke to Lucy. Lucy is currently $7,000 in minus purely because she believed all of these lies to be true, but they were not. So in this video, we will be exposing all of these lies that are bleeding you dry to stop this once and for all. And we're gonna go from the smallest lie to the biggest one of them all. You won't believe.
I'm really glad that we're doing this video today, Silvia, because these lies that we see everywhere about how easy it is to do things with AI and dropshipping and all these different e-commerce lies, they're pervasive all over the internet. We see them everywhere all the time and people really believe them. Some of the lies are very, very convincing.
But to be honest with you, they are convincing because it's easy to believe it if you don't really understand the background of that.
Yes.
And so if you don't understand e-commerce, you don't understand digital marketing, you don't understand tech, then how can you not believe it to be true?
Yeah, because they're so shiny, these things, right? These promises, they sound convincing. So let's break down in this video then. We've found 5 top lies. Let's go through them now.
Let's go through them, and let's also go back to Lucy because I really want to deep dive on how did she come to spend $7,000 to really generate only one sale for like $15.
That's nuts.
It's nuts. All right, so lie number 5.
So AI, artificial intelligence. Have you heard, Silvia, how AI can do everything now?
Yeah, like guys, AI, it's like, oh yeah, just do this AI. AI is going to do your store for you. Then they're going to order your products. Then they're going to write your descriptions. They're going to run your ads. AI, or not even they, it is going to run your ads, whatever. So it's just like you just sit back and relax and AI is going to do everything for you.
But unfortunately, it's not quite the case just yet.
Biggest BS out there. So it's kind of like people believe that AI has a brain, but AI doesn't have a brain, okay? Like AI is a productivity tool, which means that you ask a question or you tell it to do something, it's going to do it faster than a human would be typing, right?
Yeah, I kind of think of it like a car. It's a tool, right? Like you can jump in the car and you can drive the car, and AI is kind of like a fast sports car. If you just get in and hit the accelerator and go, it's not going to work out well. You need to know how to drive the car. And the thing with AI, it's a tool. You need to know how to use the tool and get the most out of the tool. But you can't, like the car can't drive itself. Well, maybe Tesla can, but a normal car can't drive itself and AI can't really drive itself.
Plus, even if a car can drive itself, you still have to tell it where you want to go.
Yes.
And it still need to understand all of these indicators around it. So what I think people get completely confused by is that if you have no idea about e-commerce, if you are a shitty business owner and you've never developed skills to run a business and to be a CEO, guys, no AI can save you. Let me tell you that, okay? So every single business owner, in order to grow and scale their store, they need the skills to run the business, okay? AI for sure can help you run it efficiently and be more productive, but you are the CEO, like you are the brain. Like if you're expecting AI to be brain for you, then
that's a real problem.
That's a real problem.
Okay, so that's all of the stuff around the AI running everything. We can put that to bed. You need to be the driver. You need to be the CEO of your business.
Yes. Still though, the reason why we've got it as number 5 is because if you believe this to be true, then I guess it's still a relatively small impact. It's like, oh, okay, you try to set up a store using AI and it sucks. Well, then you haven't lost that much money or time. And that's it, I guess.
Okay, got it. And now on to lie number 4, passive income. Passive income.
Passive income. We've got to play that video. We've got to play that video, guys. Gary Vee said it brilliantly. I'm not even going to attempt to say that because here it is.
Millions of dollars in passive income on the internet, smoking weed in Jamaica while it just keeps coming in is just not as real as you think, partner.
All right, so to grow your business, there are 2 ways, right? You either put in your sweat equity or you're an investor and you put in financial equity. Those are kind of the 2 things. If you're putting in financial equity, then you need to find great people who will put in the sweat equity. 99% of you guys will not be in the investor quadrant and you will just have to put in the sweat equity. And the thing is that, sure, we all want to grow and scale our businesses and increase our revenue and put in less and less effort, that's all well and good, but there is never going to be such thing as just like, I've opened a store, I've got no skills, I haven't really put any effort, and I just sit back and watch the money roll, right?
We have some personal experience in this, don't we?
We actually do, yeah.
We had a business on Amazon in Australia when it first launched.
Yeah.
And we thought it was going to be a passive income. Like Amazon's so big all around the world. So let's like jump on that bandwagon and put a product in there. It's going to be passive income. But it wasn't passive.
It wasn't passive.
Nor was there income.
And it definitely wasn't income.
It was the number one selling product at one point, right? In the category that we were in.
Yeah. But definitely wasn't passive. And that was Amazon FBA, which is supposed to be passive. When it comes to other e-commerce businesses, for example, you've got a store on WooCommerce or Shopify or Wix. These businesses are so much more scalable. They have so much more uncapped potential. It's a real asset. You can either resell it or pass down to the next generation. But guys, just don't expect this to be passive, because it's not going to be passive and it's not going to be income, okay? So I all want you guys to build generational wealth for yourself, for your families. We have been quite fortunate with Kristen to have built quite a few assets ourselves, which is absolutely amazing, and I'm super grateful for that. But guys, none of that has been passive. Like, you've got to put in some sweat equity and like work your butt off. Like, that's just what it is.
If it sounds too good to be true,
then it's too good to be true.
Then it's too good to be true.
Like, you can fast track through that process. Sure, like that's why working with a mentor is so important, because you can fast track through that process, but you just can't skip it. Because if you want to skip it, then, well, good luck to you.
And so speaking of skipping things, moving on to lie number 3, print on demand, or POD. Skipping things, it sounds so easy, right? Because you just print some products magically and you don't even have to like do anything. You just go to your online tool like Canva and make a design and ta-da, your products are there and you're making millions, right?
Yes.
Or thousands.
Yes.
Why is this a lie, Silvia?
And guys, this is why we're going back to Lucy. Okay? And this is why it's number 3, because it's so much more serious than the passive income lie or the AI lie, because this is where we're putting money on the line and putting a lot of money on the line. And this is where Lucy has come to us with $7,000 in minus, having made one sale for $15.
Ouch.
So the biggest lie with print on demand is like, oh yeah, print on demand is such a giant industry. Guys, it is a giant industry. It's a $6 billion of a big industry. But the one lie we need to expose is that people not going to buy your products just because print on demand is a big industry. You still have to have a great design. Guys, you still have to have a great design and target the right customer, okay? But there are so many influencers out there who are just like, yeah, print on demand, and just open your store, connect it to Printful or whatever, and just like print whatever design and, you know, 10 grand and 20 grand and 50 grand and 100 grand and just run ads to that. Guys, let me tell you something. If your design sucks, nobody's going to buy it. The industry can be trillions of dollars huge. Nobody's going to buy a shitty design, period. Okay? So, yes, print on demand is a huge industry. But guys, please, please, please save yourself advertising dollars and do not run ads if your design sucks. Okay? I'm just going to say it again. Do not waste your money on ads if your design sucks. So first thing, you've got to understand who is your customer. Second thing you've got to understand is what the customer wants to see. What are the designs they're interested in? And only once you have those figured out, then you start running ads. Please, never before. Because you're going to end up being 7 grand in minus, just like Lucy. We don't want you to do that.
So don't believe the hype around print on demand. Do your research, put in the sweat equity, and
do your research, put in the sweat equity. Find your ideal target customer, not target market, target customer, and find out what kind of designs is that customer interested in. Because if you're gonna sell bad designs to the wrong person, $6 billion worth of industry is not gonna save you.
And let's move on to lie number 2 now. Lie number 2 is that you can just get your store built for like $20 and then everything's done.
Guys, honestly, like that you can get your store built within 30 minutes for $20 and be ready to start taking your orders.
It's even better when AI does it for you.
Oh, even better when AI does it for you.
I've built an AI that will literally build you a store in the next 12 to 20 minutes with a custom theme that is fully set up, all the settings done for you, and it will preload 20 hand-picked products by our AI, validated by our AI to be trending right now on your store. So literally in the next 20 minutes, you could be ready to start taking orders.
And guys, I just want to say, like, there is nothing wrong with what Adrian is saying in this ad. There is nothing wrong with him. He is an actual pro entrepreneur when it comes to e-commerce. Like, he knows exactly what he's doing. He's got the experience. But you guys need a little bit of common sense, please. Like, if you believe that you could just have a store with hand-picked products, what is hand-picked products? Is there any branding? There is no branding. What do you think, Kristen?
Yeah, like random products, like hand-picked products. What's hand-picked about them? They're just products that are on the internet.
Yeah, like shitty dropshipping products.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Random things.
And then be ready to start taking orders. How does that work?
Yeah.
Like, you need traffic.
Yeah.
You need the right eyes. You need the right eyeballs of the right customer to come to your store to see the product that they want to see in order to buy.
I think I've heard from so many people that have interacted with us in our communities over the years that they believe, and perhaps it's another lie, that they believe they build their store and magically all of these visitors will turn up. But
which brings us to lie number one. The biggest of them all.
What is it?
What is it? Build it and they will come. That is so not true. So not true. Guys, like, we've got Kelly in our community. She told us she spent 18 months and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on building her store, perfecting her store, doing all of these things purely because she believed that as long as she's going to build the store, they will come. They, whoever they is.
Yeah.
Guys, they will not come. Nobody's coming. Nobody is coming.
What do you mean nobody's?
What
do you mean nobody's coming, Silvia? It's e-commerce. It's a $6 billion, trillion, kajillion dollar industry.
Yes.
Where are the people? Where are they?
Yeah, people are everywhere. But if you open your store and you don't tell anybody about it, it's like what, Kristen? You know what it's like.
Are you saying it's like being in the basement of a shopping mall?
Yeah, it's like in the basement. It's like monk mode, full on like this. I have a store, but nobody knows. And you don't know how to get in.
So what are we saying?
That's what it's like.
What are we saying? We're saying that you need to have a promotion strategy, a marketing strategy.
Yeah, you need some effing traffic.
And how do you get the traffic?
Well, we can talk about it, guys, for days. There are so many videos we've got about how to get traffic. But essentially, what you want first is to understand who is your ideal customer, where does the customer hang out, and then go and target them, okay? Just literally yesterday, one of our customers, Russell, new store, he's literally been open only for a few months. He joined us a couple of months ago. One of his videos just went viral, 1.7 million views, $0 in ad spend. It's absolutely possible. It can happen with new accounts. We see this all the time. But in order for that to happen, you don't have to waste money on ads. You don't have to pay for ads. You don't have to do anything fancy. Just please get to understand who is your customer and who is the product for. Who is your customer and what do they want to buy? Okay? That is the number one thing. So you've got to tell people about it. You need some traffic. What are your thoughts, Kristen?
I don't have much more to add on top of that, so it's quite comprehensive.
Yeah. But let's talk some numbers here, because people don't understand numbers.
Yeah. So I think the thing is, like, the average conversion rate in e-commerce is 1% to 3%. Let's go with 1% to make it nice and easy. Meaning that if you're going to get one sale, you need 100 visitors to your store.
The right kind of visitors to come to your store.
Not just random people who are never going to buy. So you need 100 of the right visitors to come to get one sale.
Yeah.
Right? And so to get 100 visitors to your store, they need to hear about your store. So you need to be communicating with them.
And once again, they need to be clicking somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like communicating, like they need to see you on Google or on social media or on YouTube or on an ad somewhere or on a billboard as they're driving past the road. Or
billboard is the big business strategy, guys. Save yourself money on billboards. Save yourself money on business cards, please.
No business cards?
Save yourself money on networking events, please. What you want is the right marketing strategy, okay? And one thing, if I may add, Kristen.
Yes.
in order for somebody to click on your post, on your ad, on your video, inside Google, whatever that is, that post or that ad needs to be seen at least 100 times. That's normally on average 1% click-through rate. So what does this mean? You're like, but then you said 1% conversion, 1% click-through. What does this mean? Guys, all it means is that your product needs to be seen by 1,000 people at a minimum for you to expect one sale. And so start multiplying that. Start understanding what is it 1,000 people. Like, you need a strategy. You need a strategy to be able to reach thousands by thousands by thousands by thousands, 10,000s, millions, and so on and so on and so forth. So that's what I think is a huge lie that people don't understand, is that, you know, you're just going to build it and they're going to come, because that's just not what it is.
Absolutely. So in this video, we exposed the 5 biggest lies that are bleeding you dry, but there are other things to watch out for as well. So if you want to find out those, we've got it for you in the next video.
That's the good.